focus out here in Palatka to film the auto train, maybe the passenger train too. There's no schedule on the passenger train. I mean, you can go online and tell you where it is or where it's supposed to arrive, what time it's supposed to arrive at its next stop. But the auto train is like clockwork. For those new here, who haven't never heard this before, so the auto train leaves Lorton, Virginia at about 4 p.m. every day and rolls through here, you know, between 5 and 6 and arrives in Sanford, Florida at about 7:45 every day. And then it turns around, leaves Sanford at 4 p.m. and you can catch it here between 5 and 6. I won't be coming out again today, I got a lot to do, but going northbound. And so it's pretty like clockwork, but I already checked these signals. Those are already on, all red, facing north. And this tower here is for the southbound trains. And we got high green, so stay tuned. One other time, but I didn't get up close and personal. So all these tarps, these light blue and dark blue tarps are cypress truck lines. By the way, the migration may have slowed down to St. Augustine, but not everywhere else. Apparently, look at all these trailers staged, loaded and staged for full of wallboard. All right, I walked down here to check the signals again. Before you sit somewhere all day, you better be checking the signals. But something could happen. Train stopped. Anyway, we're still go. All right, so here comes dawn. The signal was green before I got here, so remember last time it was 45 minutes from that signal first turning green, so I was hoping the train would come really quickly and I wouldn't have to be out here that long. Or maybe I was hoping actually might be a passenger train and then I'd get 2 trains, but we're going on 6:20. It's got to be the auto train, so stay tuned. While we're waiting, a little more dawn. Red sky at morning, sailors take warning. It's just truck after truck after truck. Well, especially this time. That's FBM. There's another company that pulls for Cyprus. FBM. You can see that's not even a 48-footer, I don't think. It has a little bit of a curve, but it almost looks like a steel one. I got here at 5:51, the green was already on, and it's 6:40, so we're going on an hour, not 45 minutes, so, oh well. It's gotta be right along. Yeah, let me swing around. So there's a tank out down there, but there's no train. At least, unless it's all the way down at the Seminole plant, which is out around this giant certainty and then down a little bit towards the river. Finally, here you go. I gotta get off the track, sorry. And here we go. So, remember last time? I wasn't even trying, I almost caught the thing downtown. So today I'm gonna jump in the car, see if I can beat it to the station. It doesn't stop at the station, but where the... All right, listen. He's cooking now. Yeah, thank you. He's cooking. So how fast is that? That's more than 60. That's 75 miles an hour. So speed sign 75. Yeah, I mean, that could be 75 miles an hour. Beautiful. What a beautiful morning! Woo-hoo! Alright, let's see if I can beat it downtown. See that, but I'm already passing the auto train. Because you gotta slow down with this bridge up here. That was easier than I thought it was gonna be, but no dilly-dallying. It had to slow down for that bridge, and now it's gotta slow down here past the station, but I wasted no time getting here. All right. So they got an extra locomotive on there. Nice. So we got a nice up close and personal view at the, so these are the passenger cars. Of course, the coach, first class sleeper. And, so once it gets through here, down, it'll cook. Go down to Satsuma doing, 100 miles an hour, not quite, but doing they get cooked at Sanford after this stop. Or slow down. What a hobby, huh? I got nothing better to do. Well, there's nothing I want to do except for maybe fishing. I don't know. I've been sick and I got ailments. It hasn't been the right year for me to be that active. And so good. I deserve a break. After working for 60 years, or not 60, but we started shoveling driveways for people as soon as we were old enough. I don't know what age that is, 10? I was pretty young. And then I delivered papers, did odd jobs. All right, there you go, the Amtrak auto train right here in Palatka, Florida. Matty Googie's out here near the airport. And the 105 is on its way. Northbound signal's all red. Stay tuned. While we're waiting, we'll get a little landing here. Nice and calm. Nice day today, a little breeze, but coming in nice and smooth. I think that's one of the, that's one of those trainer planes. It's just a two-seater. Let's see if they touch and go. All right, on the ground. Oh, look at this big fancy plane coming out here. All right, and there goes there goes the touch and go. All right. And then look at this fancy plane coming out here. Fancy colored. Another plane coming in. Oh, I see the train headlight. Does that look like a trainer? It's a small plane. Someone is learning, possibly and probably, and let's see if they touch and go. Alright, down on the ground. How long do you wait? Shift and go? Let's see. See, that one looks like it's stopping. Yeah, he's not touching and going. All right, let's get the train. Hey, they just stayed on the ground longer than usual. He is taking off. So you see him off in the distance there. And then there's another nice jet. But we're going to get the train. Here we go. All right, here comes the 105. The elusive 105, right on time today, actually. A little bit early. Well, it has to leave by 1:30. I think it left before probably 1:15. All right, here we go. Oh, he's cooking into town here. All right. Definitely sun, a little washed out. You get the picture. It's a big, long, beautiful train. Today's 105. All right, planes, trains, and automobiles. Here we go. That turquoise plane took off while the train was approaching, but this one's getting ready to go. Here's why he's waiting. All right, here we go. That great. Everybody's feeling that feeling. Planes, trains, and automobiles right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Woo! All right, Matty Gugas out here at the site of the bridge construction. The ZA construction boys are gone home for 6 days. Good for them. And there's no trains yet or now. This is what's I'm just gonna say disappointing sometimes. About filming the FEC. I mean, anyway, it's a good railroad. It's just not that busy. I mean, there's 2 northbounds I can get in the morning. There's 4 southbounds all throughout the 24-hour 24-hour expanse of a day, and so I usually get 1 or 2 of them. All right, so I don't do enough of this. Actually, I didn't do any of it, but it's not my style. But thank you all for watching, subscribers and non-subscribers. You know, I do this for fun. All right, Matty Gugas here at State Road 207, and we got high green for today's 105. The elusive 105 has become more predictable all of a sudden. All right, I'm representing today Pedro Menendez, Paul Matthews High School. Wouldn't that be fun if I had a high school named me? Hold on. Check out these shorts. Anyway, do you see them? All right, here we go, yeah. I heard the horn. Anyone else just tired of the noise from automobiles and trucks constant noise. Anyway, stay tuned, there it is. All right, that was a short one. So you hear me complaining. Anyway, telling the story about being out there a long time sometimes. Well, I just got here. And maybe 15 minutes tops. So great. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes it rains. All right. Everybody knows where that's from, right? All right, I'm gonna get up over this. All right, this is the infamous Matty Gugas with you. Sorry, I'm walking backwards to get to the other side of the road. Infamous. People honk at me when I'm out here now. Yeah, it's great. All right. In a good way. They're recognized. All right. No manifest on Monday. So my phone's gonna go blank, dark because I'm on 15%. It might not, but I'm just gonna keep filming. I'll get the train filmed. Wow, it's brutally hot out. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the tire. I don't feel good. It's so hot, I don't feel good. Short train. About Monday, short train. Wait, maybe not. Sorry. So spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. There's a whole block of these fine cars. And some well cars too. Oh, look at these. These are new. Are these new? I don't remember these orange. Yeah, whoa, spoke way too soon. There's another whole block of cargo, too. So they get a lot of trailers down at Titusville, I think. Fort Pierce, Miami, sure, but they get a lot of trailers in Gated. I think what these companies are doing, they figured out that it's cheaper and faster for the drivers to bobtail out of Florida. Put the trailer on the train for, I don't know what they charge now, but we used to charge like a nominal amount, like $150. So, put the trailer on the train northbound and then they bobtail out of Florida. It saves them gas, time, and money. I don't know if you know the physics of pulling a trailer, but there's a lot of wind resistance. You know, they try with all these mechanisms. Anyway, there's the 107 for today, 105 today. Mark it on your calendar. Hottest day of the year here. August 17th, 104 degrees at the beach. And the only thing good about 104 is guaranteed storms. All right, storms and trains. Actually, this storm went out. Is going out to sea. Not sure why that keeps happening this year, but you know, it's like somebody prayed that it wouldn't rain at Ocean Grove this summer, and they got their wish. All right, Matty Gugas here at the site of bridge construction. I still like taking pictures of the train going over the bridge, but wait till so end of September. Stay tuned. We'll have a brand new bridge. Anyway, We got high green for the 107. That signal you're looking at is actually the one that's facing north, and or for northbound trains, and that will come on red when the train is about to arrive. Stay tuned. All right, so I got a charged phone today, so we'll watch the train snake down. I don't know when it happened. I guess when I retired and stopped rushing around, and when I came out, I was out here for something fun. But is anyone else tired of the constant drone of vehicles? I mean, it is so overpopulated here in St. Augustine now. I can't stand it, but you know, I lived in Massachusetts too. But I don't know. Recently, at 67, the constant drone noise of vehicles. I mean, especially on this bridge, you know, see how they made it concrete. It's coquina actually. Anyway, but it's got ridges in it, so it makes that noise. Listen. I don't know. It's overkill. Tell me what you think. All right, I was thinking 7:05, but no. I know it left before 6:30. Sorry, the high green was way before 6:30. Oops, sorry. All right, so here it comes snaking down along the San Sebastian River up there. Reminders, today's 107, the evening intermodal cutoff train with manifest. Sometimes it's Monday. Looks like there's a couple out of racks. So the 105 had no manifest today. It's Monday. I thought manifest would build up over the weekend, but apparently they cleared manifest over the weekend, so the Monday intermodal train has no manifest. Sorry, I'm all over the place with the camera. Maybe we won't do this, but we'll put a couple of clips in of the train snaking, and then, alright, I gotta move it a little bit. There's the train snaking over there in the left-hand corner, left-hand edge of the screen, and then it's gonna, well, I can still see the locomotive, so, not quite yet. They're just going behind that scrub. Now, okay, and then they're gonna emerge. Oh, it's a big, long, beautiful train. Oh my God, it's a big, long, beautiful train. Woo! Big, long, beautiful train. All right, let's watch it emerge. Last time I don't know, I didn't have the camera ready. The train had already emerged. Let's watch it emerge. Oh boy! Kid in the candy store. All right, here we go. By the way, did anyone notice that one of these locomotives had the American flag painted on it, on the upper part? That was nice. Alright. Here we go, over the old bridge. Alright. You'll soon be going over the new bridge. Alright. 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 Yeah. Oh, we got some cars, some hoppers, and then a box truck. That sounds ugly. Oh wait, I just saw these three outer racks. I didn't see all this from that far away. Wow. Woo! Some of these tank cars. Well, maybe it's not the cars, it's the tracks. Maybe, I don't know. They're all doing it, yeah. So what's over here that's making that? Weird. Alright, here we go. Redaptive. I've been seeing these tank cars, these redaptive containers off. Probably sales Wednesday and Saturday. From Jacksonville, so they put that trolley reefer on the train because it will leave Miami, Fort Lauderdale tomorrow and not Wednesday. It's just a matter of, you know, it's a reefer, so, you know, it's something that has to be protected. And, you know, the quicker you get it there, the better. And you know, the reefers run continuously now. I don't know how long, but for quite some time. Many days. But still, there's always a chance of the reefer crapping out, so best to get there, get it to destination as quickly as possible. Oh my God, so, can you see that up there still? Well, yeah. So I peeked and it was still up there. Alright, so, big, long, beautiful train. Let's see where the end goes. Alright, let me get to the end. Alright, look, oh yeah, look. So there's the end. Oh, no. I have so much fun with it. I hope you're into it. I mean, hope you don't mind. Wait, shout out to John Sims. Did I ever do this? Oh my God. Woo! Wow. So, I went to the public on US 1 South. I almost never go to that public, but I've been there a couple times to that plaza. There's a shoe repair store in there, and this was a while ago, so I'm sorry I never brought it up, but I'm in there, and John Sims, you're Matty Gugas. And I was like, yeah, I guess I did. All right, sorry, I did cover because I remember saying I was famous, but in all joking aside, yeah, thank you, John. Hope you're doing well, and everybody else, of course. But he recognized me and introduced himself. That was fun. You know, some people they watch I talk about my videos and they act like, oh my God, it's like watching paint dry. I don't know. I think it's a little more interesting than that. It's more interesting than golf. It's more interesting than NFL football. Oh yeah, I said it. I don't do NFL anymore. They let me down a long time ago. And so there's the 107 for today. Okay. So I have a storied past about football. I mean, we were gigantic fans. And it was not because I was a fan, but I was actually in the punt, pass, and kick contest with Dick Geron. Against him, he was a little older than me, and I watched Dick Geron play high school football. Now, if you don't know who Dick Geron is, well, Dick Geron excelled in high school, was a Hall of Fame player in college, was this Pro Bowl player in the NFL, and AP Coach of the Year in 2001. So how many people in the NFL in any capacity has all that on their resume? I bet it's a short list. Anyway, yeah, the NFL let me down. All right, so Matty Cook is here at my home crossing, State Road 206. And we got high green for today's 105. The elusive 105 is becoming the predictable 105. It's about 1:45. It's 2:06. A car stopped, and there wasn't a bus in front of me. So I thought the train was coming, but it should be along any minute. Today's 105. I think he was telling me that the train was coming. It's 102. I'm sitting in the car. Non-stop interval. I don't know why I forgot that. It's the only non-stop train. Even the 101 stops. Like either at Titusville or Fort Pierce to drop off a block. And then continues on to Miami with the told me something I didn't know. So if that non-stop train can make it there in just under 7 hours, not 11 hours, but the other trains, yes, it can be 11 hours, but they have to stop and wait. Or stop and drop off blocks. I mean, for you railroaders, you understand, but for you non-railroaders, so when they stop, take off a block of cars, it's not like unhook them and go. Okay, there's, again, safety. It all has to be coordinated. They take off the block and then they do a brake test on the remaining train, and then they get clearance from the dispatchers. It's methodically safe. So Matty Gook is here on US 1, just south of the Bayard. I think it's still considered Bayard. I don't know. I'm close to Racetrack Road. Racetrack Road is now 3 lights away, because those 2 sets of lights there are new, and that's St. Johns County. So I don't know what they call this area, but anyway, we got high green for tonight's 107. Stay tuned. I was sitting in this traffic. Like, nothing thrills me more than sitting in an hour-long traffic jam when I used to just buzz right through here. This was the shortcut home when they opened up Nocatee Parkway. And okay, so they built all this nice stuff here, but it's ruined my experience. Anyway, I love you. Thanks again for watching, all you people. I'm not Negative Nelly. I had a good thing here. 34 years. Really nice place. Safe. Relatively easy to get around, quick. Not overpopulated, and now that's all changed. But anyway, next month I'm going to out west again, and let's see, we'll film the coal trains again and BNSF. But right now, stay tuned for the 105. So here he comes. I'm not near a crossing, just letting you know that, but we'll get a nice view of this train moving at track speed. He's out away from the yard. He's gone through those two downhill sections that I've talked about, and he's reached track speed for this section of the route until he gets to St. Augustine. Stay tuned. It was raining, but look at that blue sky. Here we go. I keep doing that for the people who are new to the channel. Our manifest is carload. Oh, look at that flatbed stuck in there. Oh, wait. Sorry, okay. So now this is the intermodal. Trailers and containers. Intermodal. Is a word that was used for a while. Intermodal was not, because it transferred, interchanged with the other railroads. So intermodal became the term, but multiple domestic containers go on chassis, ocean containers go on chassis, ocean flat racks, they go on chassis, and then there's another one, and then trailers. And the manifest used to be called carload, and it's still referred to as carload, but rail cars like tank cars, automobile racks, chemical cars, hoppers. Hoppers can carry grain, sand, dyes. All right. There you go. Tonight's 107. Thanks for watching. So it was 105, 104. 105. Yesterday wasn't as hot because it was a breeze, and today was 104. So hottest here since in 120 years, 123 years. It was also 27 degrees for 5 nights straight last winter, so that was the coldest it's been in 132 years probably. Well, it was the coldest on record, so they didn't have a record of it being that cold. Anyway, you know, so it's just cyclical weather, but I feel a cool breeze from the north. Storms and trains. Feels like this is blowing right at us. All right, storms and trains. I've been trying to get loaded up and ready, and this thing is rolling in slowly and banging away, man. I gotta leave, but let me see if I can get at least one of those big boomers. This one's rolling in slowly. Unlike a lot of them, they blow in fast. This is nice. So it rolls in slowly, we'll get a nice downpour. Reminds you of that. When they do like this, it reminds me of Twister, the movie, doesn't it? By the way, there are tornado warnings. But remember that scene in Twister when they're looking at the sky and like it's about to open up? Yeah, this is it. Not as violent as that one time, but almost constant thunder. And it's still far away. Who the hell is John Powell? All right. Sorry, John Powell is calling me. I don't know who that is. How did he get in my phone? All right. I gotta go, but I'll get more of this hopefully. Back to my real job. All right. I can't believe I gotta leave. This thing is just rolling in slowly, and it's gonna wreak havoc. Ha ha ha. I don't know if my camera picks up that lightning, but so that's why I'm saying it. It's got a big flash across the sky. All right, it's finally arrived. That was a slow mover, all right, but that's a good thing. This one's gonna sit and dump. It's already. So where I am now on US 1, this great farm stand, Sugarts. They're related to Harry, no doubt, but they don't know Harry, and her dad didn't know Harry either, which is weird because so there's a big Sugart family here. But so out there, you see the bridge. Can I hold it up high enough? Anyway, you can see that bridge right at the top of the scrub, and then that's where it just came from. So it's hammering out there in Butler Beach right now. Woo! All right, stay tuned. So they're here to pick up the crane. It's a sad day. No, I'm kidding. Those two strapping men driving those ZA trucks. Anyway, I wish I could stay, but the storm's rolling in pretty fast. They probably won't do it in the lightning, but it's even been operated. But anyway, I don't know. I saw this crane up but there's nobody here, so I don't know what's going on. All right, storms and trains. I'm meeting a buddy for lunch at Jacksonville. Actually, his lunch. It's dinner time, but his lunchtime is 6 p.m. today. Anyway, check that downpour out, like right over Jacksonville right now. Right over the river. Okay, so, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but. So the storms follow the river, follow water, and it's exactly like over there is right where the river is, St. John's River. So they're getting hammered in downtown now. Look at that wall of water. By the way, where I'm going is just before the river, out at what they call Dames Point. The Dames Point Bridge. You've seen me film the Al Faro Monument at Dames Point. Anyway, Dames Point is also the port of Jacksonville. That's where he works. Oh my God, look at that sky! I missed the sunset, but it wasn't real clear. It was blocked, but look at that sky. I had to go here at the site of the bridge construction. This company's big time. They got all matching Kenworth vehicles. This is the third truckload I've seen so far. There may have been more, but and then they got the big crane staged for pickup, maybe tomorrow morning. I missed something. These trucks must have brought in these tops. I forget what they call them. Oh my God! Woo! Oh my God! Look at that! The concrete. I forget the word they call those. They cradle the caps, the tops. No, there was another word. But they're all in place. Woo! All right, so I was on the phone with my strange wife, but here I am. Matty Googas here at State Road 207 for today's 105. Stay tuned. All right, I'm gonna back up. All right, here we go. State Road 207. It's Monday, August 24th. I was on 11%, my phone screen went blank. I should be able to record the train without it dying, but it's a crapshoot. Get a little wider angle for you folks. What a great day this has turned out to be, man. Wait till I tell you all the news. Big, long, beautiful train. If you live in a state where the economy's suffering, better check how you vote. There you go. Today's non-elusive 105.